Hello and welcome. I'm Carol DeChaine, your intuitive spiritual guide for practical matters and Marconics multidimensional energy practitioner. This month is about inner peace. And this week I'm asking you to take that moment. Don't react, because sometimes when we're faced with that moment of indecision or that choice to be angry or to have no compassion for someone, and to come out of that inner peace that we may be trying to hold on to, we need that moment. We need to take that breath, take that step back, and don't react immediately. Allow yourself to breathe through that moment so that you can go, okay, I needed that moment. Now, that person after that moment may not bother you as much. That text that you had to respond to immediately because you had that feeling when they sent you something, instead, you look at it with a different viewpoint because perhaps once you take that moment, you see it from a place of compassion or love or some other kind of calmer place that you don't have to leave that inner peace that you momentarily got kind of yanked out of. It's up to you to decide how to react to people, to take those moments, to say, nah, if I'm going to react, let me react first. Blah. Okay, now take a second and now maybe respond to the person. If you're in their face, it's different if they come after you. But if you're being texted or emailed or have a voicemail message or something, there's so many ways people get in contact with us today. We don't have to respond immediately, even though it feels like you need to. And sometimes it's hard to get the thing out of your hand. That phone just wants to stay in your hand so you can respond immediately instead of putting it down and going, yeah, walk away. Inner peace can easily be attacked because we allow it to be. We allow other people to get under our skin. We allow that to happen with something that could be totally innocuous. It might just be the way that we're taking something, which may have nothing to do with the way the person means it. Sometimes you just need to step back and look at it and go, what did you mean by that? I'm confused. Or, when you said that, what did you mean? Just some clarity. You can use a curious way of responding to someone instead of, what did you mean by that? In a kind of a nasty tone, which is the way they may take it, even if it's a text and that's not the way you meant it. People break up all kinds of friendships and everything else over texts and over silly things because they don't understand what the person means. I've had it happen to me where somebody said something and I went, huh? What are they talking about? And I didn't question it soon enough. I just let it go. And they were furious at me. I had no idea what they were talking about. And they're still not my friend to this day because I never called them on it and went, I don't know what you're talking about. What did you think I said or what did you think I meant? Because I was so obtuse. I didn't even go there. I didn't lose my inner peace because I didn't go there when they got angry with me. And if I had taken a moment to say, what did you mean by that? Without still losing my inner peace, if I had been a little more aware, then I may not have lost that friend, which might have been fine because perhaps that friendship might have been at an end anyway. But it was something that I could have said, oh, what do you what do you think I meant by what I just said? I'm exhausted. I have no idea what's going on. I'm very confused. And that's where I was. I was not paying attention. I was exhausted. I asked a question because it didn't make sense to me, something where we were. And I was taken in a totally odd way that I didn't even know until much later and went, oh, well, that's stupid. You're losing a friend over what? Oh, I guess I could have done something. But sometimes you don't. So look at those times you overreact, that you respond too soon, and see if it's worth losing that inner peace over. You might lose friends over it. It may be okay that you lose friends over it because you go through certain lessons in life, and maybe that's part of the lesson. But just be aware that we don't always need to fall out of our inner peace. We have that choice. We can choose to wait, to hold back, to just be curious, to find out what's going on before you take that jump or that leap out of that inner peace into the rabbit hole that maybe the other person is yanking you into, even if the rabbit hole is of your own making because you read it wrong or you understood it wrong. Just know that you have that choice. You don't have to lose your inner peace because of something somebody said or did. It's your choice. Your choice. Just take the step back and do what you need to do to continue to have that inner peace that is so precious to us. Thank you for joining me here today. I'll wrap this up next week for your inner peace and hopefully give you the last pieces of the puzzle for you. If you like what you hear, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you want to know more about me, about life coaching, Marconics, multidimensional energy, energy space clearing, all sorts of different things, you can go to my website at connecttojoy.com. It's connect, the number 2, joy.com. And you can also go to my Instagram, which is Connect to Joy, and also to my podcast, again, Connect to Joy. I hope to see you next week. And by all means, do know that you are already enough to have that joyful, limitless life that you desire. So when you feel like you're not quite on your path, have some kindness towards yourself because you deserve it. And try not to fall out of that inner peace when you have that choice.